My name's Wendy Nicholson. I am not a medical doctor and I'm not a dietitian, but I have almost 40 years experience studying diets, being on diets, reading everything I could to try to solve my dieting dilemma. I was a yo-yo dieter and I was addicted to sugar and carbs. Now, many of you may be like that, where you have been on lots of diets and you cannot find anything that worked. This was so frustrating. This took up so much of my mental energy over the last 40 years. And only in the last 2 years, since I lost the 80 pounds and maintained the weight loss, have I found that I don't think about food like I used to. I'm not in the kitchen as much as I was used to. I'm not cooking as much as I used to. I am just not as into the food and the body issues that I used to have. I don't have the body issues that I used to have. I used to think and I used to judge people who seem to be skinny their whole life and think, oh, well, they're just obsessed with their bodies, or it must be nice to not have to go on yo-yo diets. And I realize now I don't think about my body as much as I did when I was overweight, when I was yo-yo dieting. It was on my mind every single day. I was so obsessed with it and I could not figure out the solution. I tried everything, and everything, I mean everything. There was not a day that went by since age 12 that I had not thought about my weight, been self-conscious of myself when I walked out the door, wondering if clothes fit me, wondering if I was going to go off this diet again. Why weren't the diets working? So this has been a lifelong journey for me. And finally, I found a solution that worked. It is mind-blowing still. I'm still amazed. Every single day I get to wake up. I have never been happier. I feel like I've never been healthier. I am eating healthier now than I have ever done in my whole life in the last 2 years. It's not perfect. It's about 95% clean in terms of clean eating, but it is such a relief. I walk out the door, I am not wondering, how do my clothes fit me? I'm wearing the same clothes. It's amazing. I'm wearing the same clothes for 2 years. I have never been able to do this. I have had so many different sizes in my wardrobe, so many different types of clothes. Now I literally just put on the same clothes. I'm actually wearing out clothes because I'm wearing the same clothes instead of going up and down and having so many clothes in my wardrobe. So there's just so many benefits. Thanks so much for watching this. If you're on YouTube and listening to this, if you're listening on the podcast apps, I'm so excited to share more of my journey, and hopefully some of this can help you find the solution. And it's not going to be exactly like mine. The solution for your weight loss is not going to look exactly the same, but hopefully it will help you see that you can tweak it, you can adapt it, and everybody's situation is different. Don't be hard on yourself. Be patient with yourself. Know that it takes time to make new habits. You can check out my books on Amazon. I've got the book that I wrote right after I'd lost the weight, and then I wrote these 2 workbooks and journals, and there's 2 different sizes here. And I have courses coming up where I will be sharing even more of what worked back then to lose the weight and what's working to maintain the weight.